matigas pa.
Oh!
Okay.
Ooh, oh my God!
Finished!
You feel it, right? Do I need my shoulder or my arms higher? Or that's okay.
No. Before I offer it.
Try not to use this much.
If she's okay with it, we'll give it.
Good.
We'll go with it.
Okay, so I'm here at Pace Prehab and Recovery. Is that right?
Yeah.
Francis.
Yeah.
This is Francis. He takes care, or he's the big boss here, and has been taking care of me through my injury.
Breathe. There you go. Okay, repeat the same thing. Lift up. Good. Get that nice movement and range into it. Good. Exhale. Lift up. There you go.
I remember when this happened, I was
Yeah.
already kind of worried and stressed about, oh, like, where am I gonna be able to rehab this here in the Philippines? And then, of course, we met a couple years ago, and now I'm here and
Yeah.
feeling a lot better. So
I know. I don't know if I should feel offended that when he posted that, I was like, did he forget it?
I didn't forget you.
I'm scared.
Of course I didn't. So what got you in? What got you the interest into actually being in this field?
Growing up, I was fairly active. I was able to enjoy playing sports as I was younger. I was able to, do a lot of outdoorsy stuff, and I was lucky enough I never got hurt. But one of the things I actually did enjoy was I used to be active with the Red Cross. I used to be active as a first aid responder or an emergency responder. I enjoyed responding to emergency scenarios where somebody would get hurt, and I also enjoyed the idea of getting people back better.
One question I have in terms of, let's say, if you are injured and you're on the way to recovery, how much is it mental and how much is it physical, in a sense, if you can encompass that?
So the mental aspect of it, which I would say is a good chunk of 80% of the actual recovery process. There is still that apprehension to use it because you have that fear of getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say in your case, you had the shoulder sling on, your doctor said that, okay, well, at the end of the week, you should be able to take it off and everything is good. There's no problem. So once you take the sling off, you notice your shoulder just didn't go back 100% to what it was. There was just a lot of restriction and guarding, and you said it yourself, every time you moved, it felt like you wanted to pop out. And so where your shoulder started to get better was when you actually understood that if I do these three things, I'll actually get better. It's also when you started to understand what caused the injury in the first place. So one of the first things we try to equip people with is the knowledge of what could have caused the injury or what can cause the injury. Number two, the steps for the recovery process. And number three, what you're going to experience during that recovery. And so once you give that person the information, it reduces that apprehension and fear significantly.
If I can ask you, how do you think the progress has been going since I first came in, since the first day?
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks,
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. So since 2 weeks ago, you've made a significant amount of progress. The biggest markers that you have is that you've developed full range. You have very minimal guarding now. So basically, you don't actually restrict yourself till you get to the end of the range. You still have those misfires where you're reaching for things and your muscles still do funny stuff, right?
You just twitch and
the bag of Doritos, your body just basically
fridge.
tells you, hey, don't do that. Think of it as we just overhauled the entire engine of Marlon. Now all we need to do is we need to fine tune those segments. Okay, so the engine works, we know that it starts, we know that it can get Marlon from point A to point B, but how can we make it more efficient? How can we make it so that when Marlon actually has to make a turn, rather than chugging along and power sliding across, he can actually corner properly? So what we try to do is we try to make sure that everything is attuned to what the person wants and their goals are. Now, if let's say you were just somebody who didn't really care about small things like that and you just worked at an office and didn't really have any athletic goals or didn't have anything that required a lot of physical activity, then I would say, hey, you're actually good to go, just do these things.
Yeah.
But because the level of performance that you have is, driving a car or even boxing, it's just so much higher in terms of physical demand, then we want to make sure that, hey, we kind of push the envelope and we get you there.
Well, I love the terminology. Are you sure you're not a racing driver, Francis?
No, I I grew up in Houston, so I used to watch NASCAR.
Ah, there you go. Thank you, Francis.
Anytime.
So guys, check it out. Pace Prehab and Recovery. It's all about prevention. Francis is the main man. There's also a whole group of employees, team that take care of you here. If you ever need a place to really, check on your aches or want to do preventative measures for injury or rehabilitate yourself, this is the place to be. This is where I am with my shoulder. And thank you again, Francis, for all
We have
that.
an entire pit crew here.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. Thanks, Francis.